It was 2009 when young Arab traveler Salem arrived in Istanbul with his girlfriend of 6 years, Nadia. Salem had a modest plan. He would show her the best sights the city had to offer during their 4-day stay. And after the trip, he would propose to her using his grandfather's ring, an heirloom passed down from generation to generation of men who had loved their women dearly. It was priceless and served as a symbol of eternal commitment and everlasting love. But fate had other plans for Salem and his beloved ring. As the reality of his loss sunk in, he realized that winning back the ring was his only chance at reuniting with Nadia. Each test pushed him to his limits, forcing him to confront not only external obstacles, but also his own inner demons and self-doubts. Yet with each triumph, Salem's confidence grew, and he became more adept at reading people, understanding their motivations and predicting their moves. These skills proved invaluable as he navigated the treacherous world of professional gamblers and high-stakes card games. Salem and Reza stood face to face in the dimly lit room, the air thick with tension. Reza's eyes gleamed with a mixture of triumph and challenge, while Salem's burned with determination and newfound confidence. Both Salem and Reza poured their hearts and souls into their final moves, determined to outwit the other and claim victory. The real treasure was the wisdom and self-discovery they had gained, which would continue to guide them in the years to come. As Salem and Reza parted ways, they each carried a part of Istanbul within them, a city that had tested their limits and revealed their true potential. They had started as strangers, and through the twists of fate and challenges they had faced together, they had become friends. The clash of their wills echoed in the silence of the abandoned palace, creating a palpable tension that kept them on edge. But as the final pieces fell into place, the truth was revealed. It was a moment of clarity that left them stunned, forever changing the course of their lives. The chessboard between them had become a battleground, a silent testament to their intellectual duel. "You have come a long way, Salem," Reza said, his voice a low rumble that echoed in the vast space. "But the game is not over yet. If you want your ring back, you will have to beat me at my own game." Salem's grip tightened on the chess piece in his hand. "I have learned much from you, Reza," he replied, his voice steady and resolute. "And now I am ready to reclaim what is rightfully mine." With that, Salem made his move, setting in motion a series of events that would determine the outcome of their final confrontation. But it was not just his intellect that developed. Salem also underwent a transformation in his approach to life. Every move was carefully calculated, every decision weighed heavily in their minds. They had studied each other's strengths and weaknesses, anticipating every possible scenario. The game had become a test not only of their skills, but also their mental fortitude and strategic brilliance. But as the game reached its climax, it became clear that there was more at stake than just the ring. The outcome of this final encounter would shape their destinies, determining whether they would walk away empty-handed or with the prize they had fought so hard to attain. The possibilities seemed endless as they prepared for the ultimate showdown. Initially driven by desperation and guilt, he evolved into someone who embraced the unexpected turns of fate with curiosity and determination. He learned to appreciate the beauty and complexity of the world around him, and to find joy in the journey, rather than solely fixating on the end goal. This newfound perspective allowed him to connect with others on a deeper level, forming meaningful relationships that enriched his life in ways he had never imagined. Determined to make amends, Salem vowed to do whatever it took to retrieve the priceless heirloom. With years of experience under his belt, Reza had honed his skills to perfection, becoming renowned in the underground gambling circles of Istanbul. Each time Salem closed in on the ring, Reza would slip through his fingers, leaving behind cryptic clues that both frustrated and intrigued him. This game of deception and counter-deception reached its climax in an abandoned Ottoman palace on the outskirts of Istanbul. Here, Reza had set up one last elaborate challenge for Salem, a high-stakes game of chess, with the ring itself as the ultimate prize. As the two men faced off, the tension was palpable. Every move they made carried significant weight, not only for the game, but also for their evolving relationship. The chessboard became a battleground where intellectual prowess met psychological warfare. Either man gave an inch, determined to outmaneuver the other, and claim the coveted prize. But it was not just their skills as chess players that were on display. Their pasts, motivations, and desires were laid bare, revealing the complexities of their characters and the humanity that bound them together. Through their strategies and choices, they revealed aspects of themselves that went beyond the roles of trickster and victim, showcasing their intelligence, compassion, and resilience. By the end of the game, when the truth was finally revealed and the long-awaited showdown commenced, the outcome left them both changed, having learned valuable lessons about themselves, their relationships, and the nature of their shared journey. The revelation of Reza's true intentions and the underlying reasons for his actions added a layer of complexity to their confrontation. His reputation as a cunning strategist and ruthless competitor preceded him, making him both feared and respected by his peers. Unlike Salem, Reza had always relied on his quick wit and strategic prowess. Having honed these skills through years of practice and experience, Despite his initial ease in manipulating others, Reza began to respect Salem, as he witnessed his determination and growth throughout their encounters. He delved into the hidden world of street gamblers, seeking out underground chess masters, fortune-tellers and illusionists, each offering him cryptic clues and enigmatic challenges. Through these encounters, Salem not only learned about the city's shadowy underbelly, but also uncovered new truths about himself. He discovered a hidden strength and resilience he never knew he possessed, as well as a sharp intellect and strategic thinking skills. He honed his observation abilities and attention to detail, traits that had gone unnoticed in his previous life as a humble traveler. Along the way, he forged unlikely alliances with some of the city's most intriguing characters, forming bonds of friendship that transcended cultural and linguistic barriers. On the first night of their trip, while walking through the ancient streets of the old city, Salem and Nadia came across a lively square, bustling with tourists and locals alike. Suddenly, Salem noticed a crowd gathered around a group of street performers playing cards. Intrigued, he joined the crowd and found himself captivated by the skilled card players who seemed almost supernatural in their ability to manipulate the deck. Among them was a charismatic man with twinkling eyes and an infectious smile. Sensing Salem's admiration, the man beckoned him closer and offered to teach him a trick. Little did Salem know that this chance encounter would change his life forever. Under the pretense of teaching Salem a simple trick, the stranger subtly distracted him, all the while keeping a close eye on his prized possession, the ring. When the moment was just right, the stranger made his move. With lightning speed, he snatched the ring from Salem's finger and slipped it onto his own. Before Salem could react, the stranger had already melted back into the crowd, leaving Salem stunned and desperate. In a panic, Salem began to chase after him, but the man was nowhere to be found. Just then, the stranger turned around, caught Salem's eye and vanished into the maze of ancient streets. Overcome with despair, Salem returned to his hotel, unable to understand how he had been so easily tricked. As Salem progressed in his quest, the stakes grew higher and the challenges more daunting. Meanwhile, the mysterious stranger who had taken Salem's ring revealed himself to be a seasoned gambler and master manipulator named Reza. As their paths continued to intertwine, Reza found himself drawn into an intricate game of cat and mouse with Salem. As the game reached its climax, the emotions ran high, leading to a dramatic conclusion that not only determined the fate of the ring, but also the future of their relationship. As the pieces moved across the board, the tension mounted, keeping them both on edge. As the game neared its end, the emotions on the chessboard became increasingly intense. In the end, the ring became a symbol of their shared journey, a tangible reminder of the challenges they had overcome and the lessons they had learned along the way. Now go watch Man Robs Bank, Gets Chased by Police, Crashes Car, or click another video from the playlist Thrilling True Stories.